out there and YouTube viewers. It is Sebastian. Sebastian's Movie Game Time. And today on episode 46, I believe, yeah, episode 46 of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. I'm gonna be continuing. I'm gonna be reviewing movies, the decent movies that I've seen. So let's get started, shall we? First off, we have I Like It Like That. It's about a woman who's fed up with her kids as she tries to get a job at a higher popular firm building to make money. I Like It Like That. It's a comedy drama movie. It stars John Cena and Griffin Dunn. And the movie title, I Like It Like That, there's a song that is featured and used in the beginning of the movie called I Like It Like That by a group band named the Blackout All-Stars. It's a very popular song of the 90s. If you're from the 90s, like myself included, you remember that song, I Like It Like That. Well, the movie is actually based on a song, and they actually used the song in the beginning of the movie actually. So I Like It Like That. It's a very good song if you're from the 90s, like I said, just like me, I'm from the 90s as well. I give I Like It Like That, the movie, 2 out of 3 stars. We have National Born Killers. This is Oliver Stone's movie, National Born Killers. It's about 2 young lovers who go on cross-country road trips, murdering people for entertainment, media, and public public images. National Born Killers. It's an Oliver Stone movie. It stars Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, Rodney Dangerfield, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Sizemore, and Tommy Lee Jones. Now, Tommy Lee Jones, his character in National Born Killers, Tommy Lee Jones, I would say Tommy Lee Jones' character in National Born Killers, it's really the highlight for me. I mean, his character in this movie is just completely over the top craziness, just rockiness, and just completely unbelievable kind of character that Tommy Lee Jones plays in the movie. So, but like I said, Tommy Lee Jones, the Tommy Lee Jones character, I thought to me was the highlight of this National Born Killers. So I give National Born Killers 2 out of 3 stars. We have a third chapter to the Jack Ryan trilogy. It's called Clear Prison Danger. It's about CIA analyst Jack Ryan, who after his mentor dies, and he uncovers conspiracy that involves the President of the United States and his ties with this president of the current President of the United States. Like I said, Clear Prison Danger is the 3rd chapter into the Jack Ryan movies. It's based on a book of the character by Tom Clancy. Clear Prison Danger, it stars Harrison Ford, Willem Dafoe, Ann Archer, Dora Burch, Henry Czerny, and James Earl Jones. There were some great action moment scenes in Clear Prison Danger, like the scene where Jack Ryan, Harrison Ford's character, is being ambushed, and then he takes cover from behind different vehicles. There's some great moment action scenes in it. I give Clear Prison Danger 2 out of 3 stars. We have True Lies. It's about a man whose wife doesn't know that her husband is a secret agent, goes on dangerous missions. True Lies is an action comedy movie. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Alicia Dushku, and Tia Kerwer, and Tom Arnold. True Lies is directed by James Cameron. True Lies. Sorry. True Lies is about a married man whose wife doesn't know that her husband is a secret agent, goes on dangerous missions to save the world. True Lies stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Alicia Dushku, Tia Kerwer, and Tom Arnold, and Sean Heston. It's directed by James Cameron. True Lies. I give True Lies 2 out of 3 stars. We have Surviving the Game. It's about a homeless man who gets pulled into a game of last man standing by sport hunting by wealthy rich guys, and he must fight to survive. Surviving the Game. It stars rapper singer Ice-T, Ricker Hauer, a Blade Runner, the Hitcher. You have Gary Busey. You have Charles S. Dutton, F. Murray Abraham. I give Surviving the Game 2 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Above the Rim. It's about a high school basketball. It's about a young high school basketball player in his relationship, and along with his relationship with a drug dealer and a working class security guard. Above the Rim is a drama movie. It stars Dwayne Martin, Tupac Shakur. That would be the late Tupac Shakur, Marlon Wayans, Bernie Mac, and Leon. And like I said, Tupac Shakur, I thought that Tupac's character role in this Above the Rim movie was kind of like the best thing about that movie was seeing the Tupac's character as the drug dealer. So he's actually, the great thing about that movie is his character. I give Above the Rim 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Specialist. It's about a woman who hires a man to help her get revenge on the mob people who killed her family when she was a young girl. The Specialist. It stars Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone, Lloyd Stagger, James Woods, and Eric Roberts. I give The Specialist movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have a John Grisham movie based upon the book by John Grisham called The Client. It's about an 11-year-old boy who witnessed a murder, and the mob sent their henchmen to keep the boy quiet by going after the kid and threatening his family as well. It's one of those movies that, you know, a child or a kid is being put in jeopardy situation, or they see their lives being threatened by a threatening, dangerous person. It's a very intense movie. The Client. It's a very intense movie. It stars Tommy Lee Jones, Susan Sarandon, the late Brad Renfro, who was like an 11-year-old kid in the movie. Brad Renfro. You got Anthony La Pliaga. You got Ossie Davis, Mary Louise Parker, Wayne Knight. So, yeah. And it's written by, so like I said, The Client is based on a book by an author named John Grisham. It's written by Joe Schumacher, is The Client. Joe Schumacher directed The Client, if you're wondering. I'll give The Client movie, and you know, it's kind of sad too, The Client, because the 11-year-old kid that's played by Brad Renfro, who died late in 2009, and you know, he's no longer acting anymore, Brad Renfro, so it's kind of sad if you. So I'll give The Client movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Leon the Professional. It's about a young girl who sees her family murdered by a corrupt DA agent and his henchmen, and she must hire a professional assassin killer to have them help her, kill the DA agent who murdered her family. Leon the Professional. It stars French actor Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, who was young, Danny Aiello, and Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman as a corrupted villain, and Leon the Professional. I give Leon the Professional 2 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Bullet. It's about an ex-con released from prison who must battle with his former friend turned drug dealer enemy who wants to kill him. Bullet movie. It stars Mickey Rourke, Tupac Shakur, again Tupac Shakur, and Adrian Brody. Tupac, and like I said, just like Above the Rim, how Tupac's character was the best thing about that movie, Above the Rim. Well, in this one, Bullet, Tupac's character in Bullet was Mickey Rourke. I thought it was a good character by Tupac as well. So I give the Bullet movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have a House Party 3, the 3rd House Party movie. It's about kid and play. It's about 2 friends who want to own a bachelor party that becomes crazy and crazy wildly. It stars kid and play. Chris Tucker appears in it. Bernie Mac. And Joe Terry. And all 3 members of this group called TLC. the three women TLC. All 3 of them all appeared in House Party 3. And like I said, Chris Tucker appears in it too. House Party 3, I give it 2 out of 3 stars. We have Bowling Point. It's about a treasure agent. It's about a treasure agent who gets revenge on the person who killed her murderous partner during a stakeout that they were on. Bowling Point is an action movie. Stars Wesley Snipes, Dennis Hopper, Viggo Mortensen, and Paul Gleason. It's a Wesley Snipes movie, Bowling Point. I give Bowling Point 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Firm, another John Grisham based on the book novel, The Firm. It's about a young hotshot man who joins a firm, elite, but then uncovers secrets that puts his life and his wife's lives in danger. The Firm, it stars Tom Cruise, Gene Hackman, Hal Holbrook, Janine Triplehorn, David Stratton, Holly Hunter, Welford Brimley. You got Tobin Bell, who's played Jigsaw and the Saw movies. Jigsaw, Tobin Bell. He appears as the assassin hitman in The Firm, along with Welford Brimley. Who else? Oh, and Gary Busey too. I give The Firm movie, like I said, I like the climax ending of The Firm, where the Tom Cruise character is being chased and pursued by the 2 killers who wants to kill him. I thought the climax ending of The Firm was the best thing about that, and it's a very intense movie, The Firm. I give The Firm movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have True Romance. It's about 2 lovers who get to Los Angeles to meet up with a friend of theirs. That suddenly becomes like a whole crazy bloodbath and showdowns. True Romance. It stars Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Michael Rappaport, Brad Pitt, James Gandolfini, Gary Oldman, Samuel Jackson, Tom Sizemore, Chris Penn, and Val Kilmer. Even though we don't see Val Kilmer himself, but we can hear the voice talking to Christian Slater's character in the movie at times. The shootout climax is the best thing about True Romance. I thought the shootout action scene. I give True Romance 2 out of 3 stars. We have Rising Sun. It's about 2 Los Angeles detectives must solve the murder of an escort woman that was murdered inside a powerful building, a Chinese building. Rising Sun, it stars Wesley Snipes, Sean Connery, and Tia Kerr. I give Rising Sun 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Cell. It's about a child therapist woman who must help the FBI to track down a serial killer that is haunting people's in their dreams. The Cell, it stars Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, and Vincent D'Onofrio. I give The Cell movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Menace to Society. It's about a young street hustler man who gets pulled into a world of drugs and violence. Menace to Society, it stars Tyrene Turner, Jada Pinkett, Charles Dutton, Bill Duke, Samuel Jackson, and Lawrence Tate. I give Menace to Society 2 out of 3 stars. We have Carlito's Way. It's about a former drug kingpin out of prison who gets pulled back into the life of crime as he wants to go away and start over. Carlito's Way, it stars Al Pacino, Sean Penn, Penelope Ann Miller, Viggo Mortensen, Luis Guzman, John Leguizamo. I give Carlito's Way 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Good Son. It's about a young boy named Mark who's been to live with his aunt and uncle, along with his cousin. And as he gets there, he meets his cousin, who he doesn't know that his cousin is really an evil child. The Good Son, it stars Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Wood, Randy Crewson, and David Morse. Now, The Good Son. You know Macaulay Culkin, the child hero kid of the first 2 Home Alone movies. Well, if you see The Good Son, Macaulay Culkin of the 2 Home Alone movies, Macaulay Culkin plays like an evil child. If you see The Good Son, if you didn't know, Macaulay Culkin plays like an evil child. It's called The Good Son. He plays like an evil child character. It's a very different role for Macaulay Culkin to play like a evil devil kid child in the movie. It's a very different role for Macaulay Culkin, but he was scary and completely menacing. I give The Good Son 2 out of 3 stars. We have Billy Elliot. We have Billy Elliot. It's about a young boy named Billy Elliot's about a young boy who becomes an unexpected love of dancing. It's a British comedy movie, Billy Elliot. It stars Jimmy Bell, who was like a young kid in the movie, and Julie Walters. I give Billy Elliot movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Rules of Engagement. It's about an attorney who must defend his good friend who's an army soldier who's being court-martialed for a crime that he didn't commit. Rules of Engagement, it's a courtroom drama movie. It stars Tom Lee Jones, Samuel Jackson, Bruce Greenwood, Guy Pearce, Ann Archer, Ben Kingsley. I give Rules of Engagement 2 out of 3 stars. We have Me, Myself, and Irene. It's about a cop with two personality behavior problems as he falls in love with a woman, as he falls for a woman. Me, Myself, and Irene is directed by the Farrelly brothers. It stars Jim Carrey, Renee Zellweger. I give Me, Myself, and Irene 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Stepdaughter. It's about a woman who grew up in foster homes and survives of abuse that she received when she's in foster homes, and she must find a woman who's actually her real mother who gave her away. The Stepdaughter, it stars Andrea Roth. I give The Stepdaughter 2 out of 3 stars. We have Under Suspicion. It's about an attorney who comes to a police station where he's being interrogated and question answered by a detective about a missing person murder case. Under Suspicion, it stars Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, Thomas Jane, and Monica Bellucci. I give Under Suspicion 2 out of 3 stars. We have Longlegs. It's about an FBI agent woman who must stop a serial killer who goes by the name known as Longlegs. It stars Maika Monroe, Alicia Witt, Blair Underwood, and Nicolas Cage. Now, when I saw his trailer for Longlegs, I was like, who's playing the killer villain in this Longlegs movie? And when I saw Nick Cage, it's like Nicolas Cage. And when I saw the trailer for Longlegs, that trailer for the movie never revealed the Nick Cage's character until you see the movie Longlegs. And what can I say about Nicolas Cage? Wow. Nicolas Cage's performance in the movie is completely out of this world. Very great. Very, very unrecognizable performance by Nicolas Cage. And yeah, Nicolas Cage, I thought was a great thing about the Longlegs movie. I get the Longlegs movie 2 out of 3 stars. We had Toro. It's about a group of best friends who accidentally unleashes evil supernatural evil spirits by playing a deck of Toro cards. It stars Jacob Balan from the Spider-Man movies. I get Toro. I like all the evil demon monsters in the film. I get Toro 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Last Duel. It's about a knight who's by two best friends. One of them, fights his friend who he believes as friend. Sexually assaulted his wife while he was gone. The Last Duel is written by Ridley Scott. It stars Matt Damon, Adam Driver, Jodie Comer, Ben Affleck. I get The Last Duel 2 out of 3 stars. We have another Ridley Scott movie, Napoleon. It's about it tells a story about Napoleon Bonaparte the First as he rises to reign and power. Napoleon. I love the battle scenes, but there's one battle scene in the Napoleon movie I really liked. I don't know what the battle scene's called, but there's a battle scene in the film that I really enjoyed. Napoleon. It stars Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby. I give Napoleon movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. It tells the story about different group of cast and characters throughout the last remaining days of the West. It stars Kevin Costner, Danny Houston, Jeff Fahey, Michael Rooker, Sam Warrington, Jenna Malone, and Sienna Miller. I give Horizon American Saga 2 out of 3 stars. We have 1917. It's about two British World War II soldiers go on a mission of danger and dangerous mission. 1917. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Colin Firth. I give 1917 2 out of 3 stars. We have Love, Lies, and Bleeding. It's about a gym member woman who falls in love with another woman that she wants to become like the world's mightiest, bodybuilding champion. Love, Lies, and Bleeding. It stars Kristen Stewart, Katie O'Brien, and Ed Harris. I give Love, Lies, and Bleeding 2 out of 3 stars. We have a film called Challengers. It's about 2 best friends who fall in love with the former tennis woman player. That later they know there was a falling out between the 2 best friends and they must compete against each other. I gotta say, Challengers, it's a tennis sport movie, Challengers. It stars Zendaya. I gotta say, when I saw the trailer for this movie, Challengers, I thought, Zendaya's character is gonna play. This is a different Zendaya character role. Yes, she's great on that show, Euphoria. Well, or maybe the 2 Dune movies, but this is Zendaya. I think Zendaya gives a great performance of her career in this Challengers movie. And when I saw this scene in a trailer for this Challengers movie, I immediately was like, hey, wait a minute, this scene kind of reminds me that was featured in this other movie back in the 90s. And then it really hit on me that, okay, they borrowed this scene from another. The people made this Challengers movie. They borrowed this scene. That the scene was featured before it was in this movie. And it's a film called Wild Things. If you remember from the 90s, the Wild Things movie from 1998. Well, there's a scene in that movie in Wild Things that involves the 3 main characters. Matt Dillon's character, Denise Richards, Neve Campbell character. Their characters have like a freeway. I would say that's an appropriate way. Or maybe all 3 of the characters, Matt Dillon's character, Denise Richards, Neve Campbell, all their characters are Wild Things. They all have like a love-making scene in that Wild Things movie. Well, like that scene, it's different than this scene's movie. But when I saw a trailer for this Challengers movie, there's a scene in this Challengers movie that's kind of copying like what I saw in the Wild Things movie. I was like, oh, this is exactly almost like the same scene. Not as the Wild Things movie took a different turn of that scene, but this movie, Challengers movie, there's a scene in this Challengers movie that kind of remind me that I saw Wild Things. And it's a scene in Challengers where Zendaya's character is on the bed and she tells the 2 best friend teenagers to sit beside her, and they start making love to her and with each other. So that scene in the Challengers movie with Zendaya's character on the bed and with the 2 teenager kids, and they start making out. It kind of reminds me of that scene of Wild Things. So I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a Wild Thing kind of moment scene in this Challengers movie. But on top of that, the Challengers movie, and like I said, I thought Zendaya gave the performance of a lifetime in Challengers. She was great. I really thought she was good. I give the Challengers movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Dumbo. This is a Tim Burton movie, Dumbo. It's about a rundown circus family who discovered that there's a baby elephant who has big ears that could fly. Dumbo, like I said, it's a Tim Burton movie, Dumbo. It stars Colin Farrell, Eva Green, Michael Keaton, and Danny DeVito. I give Dumbo 2 out of 3 stars. We have John Wick Chapter 3. It's about hitman John Wick who's running for his life after a massive bounty has been put on his head from every different assassins across the world who are after him. John Wick Chapter 3. It stars Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Lance Reddick, and Halle Berry. I get John Wick 3. I love the action. I love the action scenes in John Wick 3. They're the highlight for me. I give the John Wick movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Exclusive Decision. It's about a group of terrorists who is taken hostage on a plane, and as only 5 elite team members must defeat them. It stars Kurt Russell, Joe Martin, Oliver Platt, John Leguizamo, and Steven Seagal, who appears in it. I give Exclusive Decision. Oh, and Halle Berry's also in Exclusive Decision. I give Exclusive Decision 2 out of 3 stars. We have Last Man Standing. It's about a man who comes to a small town and you know, is taking both sides of 2 different mobster families on both sides of the law, taking matters in his own hands. Last Man Standing. It stars Bruce Willis, Christopher Walken, Bruce Stern, David Patrick Kelly. I give Last Man Standing. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the action scenes. The Last Man Standing was Bruce Willis, as he's, you know, killing out bad guys in the movie as well. It's a Bruce Willis movie. It's directed by Walter Hill. I give Last Man Standing 2 out of 3 stars. We have Jason and Bob Reboot. It's about 2 stoner friends, Jason and Bob, are back as they come to Hollywood again to stop a reboot movie of themselves that is being made into a movie. Jason and Bob Reboot. As much as I was so excited to see a new Jason and Bob movie, but I saw Reboot and I was like, you know what? It didn't quite live up my expectations. I kind of like the first movie. I kind of like the first movie better, which was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I like the first movie they did together. Their own movie they did. But I thought Jason and Bob Reboot was pretty okay, decent movie. I get Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. It stars Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, and you know, and because you know it's a Kevin Smith movie. You have all the former actors and actresses who have appeared and done almost Kevin Smith movies. You have Justin Long, you have Craig Robinson, you have Brian O'Halloran, you have Joey Lauren Adams, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. You got Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn Smith, is in the film as well. Shani Elizabeth, Rosario Dawson. I give Jason by Reboot 2 out of 3 stars. We have Retribution. It's about a man with his 2 kids in the car, finds out there's a bomb underneath his seat, and that's being armed by a mysterious person who threatens to blow him up if he doesn't do what he says. Retribution. It stars Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, I thought, gave the good performance. I give Retribution 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's about a barrel rainer named Quasimodo as he befriended a gypsy woman named Esmeralda, befriending a soldier as they must defeat, as he comes to realize that the evil judge, has evil plans. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look, as much as this is a Disney movie, it is, but there are a lot of dark, heavy themes. So let me just give a little bit of warning out there. If you're going to show kids this movie, Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame, I just want you to know that this Disney animated movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, it's very dark. It's very dark and very, very edgy, and it can be very uncomfortable at times to younger viewers. Well, I mean, I saw this movie at the movie theater, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I saw this movie at the movie theater, and when I was a kid, when this movie came out, I it was completely dark, and it was completely very, yeah. It's a very dark Disney animated movie. In case you're wondering, if you want to show your kids this movie, maybe you should wait till your kids are older to understand more about what the movie's about. But I understand, so you know, a little bit of warning device, you know, about this movie, Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Disney animated one. It's very dark, like I said. I give it 2 out of 3 stars. I give it 2 out of 3 stars for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. We have Alaska. It's about brother and sister go on a mission after their father's plane crash. As they're on the way, they befriended a polar bear who's on the run from 2 poachers. Alaska stars Vincent Carnizer, Tara Burge, Dirk Benedict, and John Heston. I give Alaska movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Absolution. It's about a gangster who finds out that he has OCT disease, like a memory issue problems, that he doesn't know who he is. He can't remember names of the people that he works for, or you know, it stars Liam Neeson. I give Absolution, and because Liam Neeson plays a character who's suffering this OCT disease, which is a disease that you can't remember a person's name or who your name is or what you're supposed to do. So his character got to write things down on small writing notepads to remember all the words that he remembers from mostly time to time. I thought Liam Neeson gave a powerful performance by Liam Neeson. I give Absolution 2 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Fled. It's about 2 prisoners who are chained together, escape as they go on the run from the law and from the dangerous people that are after these 2 prisoners. It stars Lawrence Fishburne, Stephen Baldwin, Will Patton, and Selma Hayek. I give Fled 2 out of 3 stars. We have From Dusk Till Dawn. It's about 2 ex-convicts brothers who takes a family hostage to this bar that they go to, and where they encounter that the bar is infested with vampires. This is a beloved cult classic movie, From Dusk Till Dawn. Well, maybe not to me. It's not a beloved cult classic movie, but it's really fun, highly enjoyable, great cameo by great all-star cast. You have Harvey Keitel. You have George Clooney. George Clooney was skinny. George Clooney was scrawny and skinny at the time when he did this movie. You got Juliette Lewis. You got Quentin Tarantino himself. You also have Fred Williamson, Tom Savini, Greg Nicterio, or known as Gregory Nicterio. You have Selma Hayek, Danny Trejo, Cheech Marin. I give From Dusk Till Dawn 2 out of 3 stars. We have Extreme Measures. It's about a doctor who meets a surgeon. As he uncovers that surgeon, has some dark secrets about him. It stars Hugh Grant in a dramatic role performance. Gene Hackman, Sarah Jessica Parker, David Morse, Bill Nunn. I give Extreme Measures 2 out of 3 stars. We have Set It Off. It's about 4 African American women who become bank robbers as they're being pursued by local law enforcement. Set It Off. It stars Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, Barry K. Fox. I give Set It Off 2 out of 3 stars. By Queen Latifah. So Queen Latifah and Set It Off was the highlight for me of the entire movie. Set It Off. Queen Latifah gave a good scene-stealing performance. Queen Latifah. I give Set It Off 2 out of 3 stars. We have Bogus. It's about an orphan young boy who's been taken in by his godmother, who was a friend to his mother's. While at the same time, this orphan boy befriended a character that he came up with named Bogus, who's an imaginary friend that people can't see but him. Bogus, it stars Whoopi Goldberg, Gerard Depardieu, Nancy Travis, and Haley Joel Osment. I give the Bogus movie 2 out of 3 stars. Okay, everybody, that's it for Sebastian's Movie Game Time, episode 46. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And you'll get new content episodes Mondays. So thank you again for watching Sebastian's Movie Game Time. And I'll see all of you at the movies.